Welcome to the 32nd meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. When addressing the commission, please remember to state and spell your name clearly and to speak into the microphone. We have some minutes to approve. May I have a motion, please?
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve the minutes of the 26th meeting dated January 30th, 2025.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the January 30th minutes of the 26th meeting of the Liquor Commission. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The minutes are approved. Calling agenda item number 1. Application number 25-01640 from the Honolulu Japanese Chamber of Commerce.
Afternoon, Commission. I'm Paul Yokota. I'm a member of the Board of Directors for the Honolulu Japanese Chamber of Commerce.
Can you spell your last name, please?
Yokota, Y-O-K-O-T-A.
Thank you.
And I'm also the co-chair for the event Chopsticks and Wine happening on April 16th.
Can you walk us through your event, please?
Sure. It's going to be held at the Hawaii Convention Center. Access to the event is for people of 21 years of age or older. And we'll be checking IDs for all the attendees. We hope to attract up to 1,200 attendees. And we feature restaurants. So this year we have 13 restaurants on the agenda. And we also feature alcohol purveyors, RNDC, Southern Glacier, and Island Distributing.
Commissioners, questions?
I have no questions.
So the ID checks that's going to be done as they enter the admitting area.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And so it's going to be for sure 21 and over only.
Yes.
Okay. That was my only question. Thank you.
No. Motion to approve application number 25-01640.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01640. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much.
Calling agenda item number 2, application number 25-01677, Japanese Cultural Center of Hawaii.
Good afternoon. I'm Beth Iwata, Vice President of Development and Marketing at the Japanese Culture Center of Hawaii. I'm also the staff lead of organizing our fundraiser, Irashai Eat Drink Kanpai.
Can you talk us through your event?
Sure. The event will be held at our property on our campus, 2454 South 3rd China Street. It will be located in the courtyard and on the 5th floor in the Generations Ballroom, Foyer, and Ohana Room. It's an event that is for people age 21 and over. All attendees are required to have a valid photo ID in order to enter the event. We will have several people at the check-in point. And yes, we make it very clear on our website and invitation that it's a 21 and over event. We hope to have up to 500 attendees. And the focus of the event is on the food. We'll have 14 restaurants, food businesses participating, and then cultural entertainment. And the alcohol will be provided by the Cherry Company, Beer Lab Hawaii, Lanikai Brewing, Rainbow Sake, and Johnson Brothers.
Commissioners, questions?
So the check-in point on the ground floor in the courtyard, entrance and waiting area, that's where you'll be checking IDs and confirming ages of everyone.
Right.
What are ticket sales to date?
So we have table sponsors and ticket buyers. So approximately 264 people will be seated at the tables. So we've sold about 32 tables, I believe it is, 33, and then the ticket sales is at around 105 right now.
A question. Maybe I missed something, but the drinks will be served on the lower level and there'll be activities on the upper level?
So people will enter from the ground level, but then the table sponsors, the reserved tables are all in the ballroom.
Mhm.
And there'll be live cooking stations and, you know, tables where the alcohol will be served throughout both the ground level and fifth floor.
Okay, I was just wondering if they're gonna be transporting liquor from through the elevators to the upper floors.
Well, we will have elevator, people stationed in the elevator to prevent that.
Uh-huh.
And also people who are kind of like greeters in front of the elevators too.
Okay, thank you.
I have no other questions.
Motion to approve application number 25-01677.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01677. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 3, application number 25-01693, the Honolulu Zoological Society with the Rhino Rendezvous.
Yes.
All
Rhino
right, that
Rendezvous.
sounds fun.
Aloha, I'm Mary Benson. I'm the executive director for the Honolulu Zoological Society. We are the partner organization with the Honolulu Zoo that oversees education, fundraising, membership, and volunteers.
So no drunken rhinos? Let's hear what
No,
you're
no,
doing.
the rhinos will not be drinking, no. It is a fundraiser for our rhino Ahana, which is Kendi, Aria, and baby Akamu, who will be 2 years old. And we are raising funds to expand their exhibit as well as to support the rhino habitat and the fact that they are critically endangered too.
Okay, and no minors, is the area stanchioned off, or is the park, is the zoo closed?
So if you have ever been to the zoo, there is what we call the stage lawn, which is sectioned off. We actually have zoo staff stationed at each section of the lawn to ensure that all the guests remain there. Because we do have animals that like to eat people, so we make sure that they all are contained in one area of the zoo. And they do enter from what we call gate number 6, which is just off Montserrat Avenue. We do have Phoenix security hired. They'll be checking IDs upon entrance.
Any questions?
So the space that's there, about how many square feet is that?
Oh my gosh, it's.
Maybe you don't know, that's
It's-
fine.
yeah.
I'm kind of more concerned that it's a large space.
Mhm.
And I know that you're gonna have people there. And I know it's gonna be 21 and over, but we also, we do get concerned if someone somehow slips out beyond your space
Right.
with your alcoholic beverage, right? So,
We do have zoo staff that actually circle the perimeter of the Great Lawn. And they're only allowed under, we have a large tent that we set up.
okay,
And they're not allowed beyond that area too. And Phoenix Security does constantly make rounds of the tented area too.
okay. Is this the first time you've done it at the zoo, this
No,
exact way?
It's been a long time. We actually had one last year, then in 2023. And prior to that, it was 7 years before it was held on zoo grounds.
Okay,
Yeah, it was held offsite for about a 8-year span.
okay.
And I've been able to work with the zoo director on the Dos Santos on bringing it back to the zoo.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's a nice event.
I guess my question is, the zoo will be open at the same time, correct?
No,
You
the
do
zoo itself is closed.
Closed.
Yeah,
Just
it'll
you
just be
guys.
contained to the stage
Okay.
lawn area.
Okay. That was gonna ask my other question, but no, I'm done. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion to approve application number 25-01693.
Second.
It's Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01693. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 4, application number 25-01694. I will Hawaii. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Jason Park, President of I Will Hawaii. The event is called Aloha Laolea, happening April 4th and 5th at Bishop Museum. It's an island music festival. 21 and over, we will have full security, full ID checking, and everybody that attending the show will be wearing wristbands. We have special duty, private security, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
This is an annual thing, right? Or no?
We would like it to be, yeah.
Okay.
First time event.
Yeah, first time. I mean, we've done stuff at Bishop Museum, but it's the
Yeah.
first time with this brand.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming you guys have already started ticket sales.
Yeah.
You guys have a number that you're kind of at either day right now?
First night is a little over 1,000. Second night is right under that, about 950 or something.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's my only question.
So you have special duty HPD officers in uniform
Yes,
and uniform security?
yes, correct.
Thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-01694.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01694. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is approved.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Calling agenda item number 5, application number 25-01732, the Lilith Strand Foundation. Did I say that correctly?
Did you pronounce that correctly?
Yes, so really good.
Good job.
I was practicing.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Kaisa Johnson. I'm the program manager at the Lily Strand Foundation, and this is Christy Cardozo, who's the executive director.
Can you walk us through your event?
Sure. So we have 3 events coming up. One next week, one in April, and one in May, and each are what we call a design conversation, where we have a speaker come in, it's ticketed, and we have about 50 tickets for sale and about a total of 60 attendees along with volunteers and staff. And so we do have a bar with snacks and wine and beer. That's included. So usually our attendees are 21 and over. We did, last time we attended a hearing here, we did put a plan in place, and if for some reason someone should come who's under 21, they get a wristband and would not be served alcohol.
And just one comment, as you are going to start this next week,
Mhm.
you really need to do this in advance. There are times where we may not be able to accommodate you so quickly without permit.
How many weeks in advance do we normally want? 6 weeks.
This is a non.
Next year, just plan accordingly. About 6 weeks, yeah.
Okay, I thought as long as it's by the deadline, but I'll plan for
Yeah. We want to make sure we can accommodate, so.
Yeah, we're canceling a few hearings. So
Okay.
if this is one of them, you would be in trouble.
Good to know.
So 2 quick things. Your outside area, right? There is an outside lawn area that has tables. That's also part of the alcohol space. Is there any kind of delineation that's out there to allow people or stop people from going beyond that point?
It's a private property and it's not accessible except through our front door. And
Okay,
Okay, in the backyard.
it's like a completely enclosed.
Okay,
and
okay,
if
that's
you-
all
If you walk
it's
up the lawn,
enclosed.
you're in the forest.
okay.
There's a drop off.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
really,
that works. If someone that's 21 does show, under 21 will not be served alcohol. So I think I would suggest, and I would ask that you get it into us as soon as you can. if there is possibilities of people that are under 21, we do ask for a specific security plan or a security idea or a thought process. I'd like you to be able to provide that plan to the administration. That's not going to determine for me whether or not this gets approved or not, but in case someone does show up and one of our inspectors show up and there's a under 21, we'll be wanting to have a plan. So if you can just provide that to the administration, that would be great.
So part of the application packet was a letter that I always include to Administrator Patius. Is that? Do you need an updated version of that, or does that sufficient?
2023.
The one's December 1st, 2023.
That's right, that one.
So I mean, normally what we talk about, right, is there is some type of a plan in place in regards to how many security people you may have, all of these types of things. And I'm more looking for those things in case there is a mass number of individuals that are under 21 showing up to your event. This, as I said, this is not going to stop me from looking to approve your event, but again, I do think we need a little bit more in the future in regards to what would happen or who you have, private security, things of that nature.
How many?
How many, where they'll be located, things of that nature. But this is fine for now, but I would ask for, because it's obviously happening on the 20th, your one that's coming up in April, please provide something to the administration a little bit more explaining exactly what type of security protocols you'll have in place. All right.
I have one comment. Thought of having underage individuals banded and there are other legitimate adult not banded. What happens when the minor cuts it off? I mean, it's something for you to consider because again,
Usually the opposite way.
if you, yeah,
Yeah, normally we do see it the opposite way. It will be where people that are all 21 would be banded and not minors, right?
yeah,
But
because pardon the expression, kids are gonna be kids.
Mhm.
And then ultimately you hold the liability and responsibility.
That makes sense. Yeah, we can definitely take that back and discuss.
Motion to approve application number 25-01732.
Second,
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01732. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Calling agenda item number 6, application number 25-01774. Hawaii International Film Festival.
Good evening, Chairman Hong and Commissioners. Zachary Diano, authorized agent on behalf of the Hawaii International Film Festival, Inc. Last name spelled Diino.
Rich Schneider, CEO of Benson International, will be doing the actual service.
And I would make the disclosure that I serve on a nonprofit board with Mr. Schneider, but that will not affect my ability to be impartial in this matter. Okay. Wow. So can you walk us through your event and you're cordoning off a huge block? Right?
Would love to.
All right.
Okay, so this is the second year that we've done this event in this manner. It will be at Mother Waldron Park with a street closure shorthand on parts of Cook Street, Pohukaina, Halikuwila. As far as the alcohol service goes, alcohol will be served from 2 tents, which will be on or 2 locations on either side of the Cook Street lineup that you see on your maps. So the ending tents, the bookends, will be the bars. The entire premise where you see the red line will be cattle gates. And at the entry and exits of those cattle gates will be HPD special duty. We have 13
We have
officers.
22. We actually have 22.
Well, special duty. We have roving security, private security. That will be 22 individuals total. People will not be obstructed to come in or out because it's public grounds. When they do come in, And if they choose to purchase an alcoholic beverage, they will approach the bar. About a meter or two before the bar will be a private security who is trained in ID checking with wristbands. They'll check the person's ID, give them a wristband. If they're over 21, the person will buy a beverage and they'll be able to meander in the grounds that you see within the contiguous area. Should they leave the area, there's going to be private and private security that will be monitoring people leaving with anything, and will be asked to throw away anything, any cup of anything,
Liquid.
prior to exiting the venue. That's the alcohol
Security
plan.
officers.
Zooming out, this is a family-friendly event. So we've purposely organized it in years past and this year, especially as being one where we're inviting families to attend. So this isn't like a block party that's loud. We have Hawaii International Film Festival that's going to be doing movie screenings of Luca and the Roman Holiday. There's live music, which is mostly of bossa nova, jazz, traditional Italian classics. There'll be displays of luxury Italian vehicles, and then lots of pasta. So that's and bocce ball and some kids games. We're going to have a coloring wall for kids to be able to draw on in the park as another activation for, so it's very kid focused.
Family focus.
Or sorry, family focused, right?
Keep the drawing pens away from the exotic cars.
They're on the opposite side.
That might not be something good.
For sure. For sure.
I have no question.
Question, you had the same event there once before?
In 2023, yes.
Yeah, so. And you're having how many HPD special duty?
We upped it. We were asked to up it this year, and so the current number that I counted was 13 or 14 officers.
14
officers.
HPD,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
and then 22 your security.
I guess so then you're familiar with the homeless population there.
Oh, yeah.
So during our debrief, we had a really great conversation. Investigator Sato was there, and DPR is committed to doing a sweep the night before as well as morning of. And because of our permit in the park, if we need to call HPD to enforce, then we have that right to as for using the park.
And all the disposal of beverage containers and
Yeah, we have
Liquid.
a dumpster. We have a dumpster. for
So we're going to be renting a dumpster and staging it in one of the parking meters that we paid out. And we're also hiring a nonprofit, or not hiring, donation-based nonprofit called Life 360 that works with at-risk young adults that are going to be busing the event the entire night. They bring about 20 kids or so, 20 young adults. And they stage by the dumpster and they rove throughout the event, and they're constantly busting the trash. So by the time we get to the end of the event's pretty much clean, and it's just about breaking down the tents and whatnot. So
okay, when would the dumpsters be removed?
believe the next
the
day.
next day.
Yeah, because you know these guys, they do dumpster dives, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they'll probably find something good, I guess, with all the pasta.
Thank you.
Motion to approve application number 25-01774.
Second.
Been moved and
Oh, wait a
seconded to
minute,
approve
there was that
application
one issue
number
about the time.
25-01.
Excuse us.
Oh,
Before you go
Yep.
any further.
Yep.
I noticed on the agenda, the time was from 4 to 10. That's the actual time of the event. The license time should be from 10 a.m. to midnight. Because we do have to bring the alcohol on site and be prepared, so.
good point.
um,
So we would need a motion to amend the agenda.
Yes, and you have 4 today, so you're able to do that.
All right.
Make a motion to amend the agenda item for application number 25-01774 from the hours to be 10 a.m. to 12 midnight.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to amend agenda item number 6 for the hours of operation from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The agenda is amended.
Chair, motion to approve application number 25-01774 as amended.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01774 as amended. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is
Oh, yes,
Questions?
yeah, Mr. Chair,
Nope.
I was just gonna mention that Mr. Delono has, agenda item number 11, if you wish to, take that item out of
Oh.
order.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Do you want to, we can talk, we can address this. We talked about this in the hearing or the meeting with Daniel that we have until 12 to clear out this.
It may have been our mistake, but
As opposed to 11:59, anyway.
Okay. Calling out of order, agenda item number
I've
11,
seen it.
request number 25-01761 by Zachary Delono.
Good evening, Chairman Hong and Commissioners. My name is Zachary Diano, attorney and authorized agent for Moke's B&B Restaurant LLC. We stand on our submittals. In summary, Moke's is looking to acquire a liquor license in the current Kaimoki location, and they discovered that there was a previous license holder there, and so we would like to request having a in our submittals, we're going to submit a temporary application, and we need to receive a waiver of this rule before doing so.
Questions?
Yes. Motion to approve request number 25-01761.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01761. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I ask vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you very much.
See, calling agenda item number 7, application number 25-01702, 17A Productions LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Angelina Khan, KHAN, member of 17A Productions LLC, requesting to extend an existing catering license for Malka Warriors Luau at Coral Crater.
And this isn't an ongoing operation.
Correct, 5 nights a week.
Okay.
And again, just the caution on cutting the date of your application close. Questions?
Motion to approve application number 25-01702.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-01702. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The application is.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 8, request number 25-01468, Cafe Giovanni LLC. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, Chair Hong and other commissioners. Johnny representing the licensee. To my right is David Lowe Bima, LOWE-BIMA, the one of the member managers of the license. We have nothing to add to the investigator's report.
Okay. And so this clarifies and puts to bed the whole ownership issues. Okay, any questions?
Motion to approve request number 25-01468.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01468. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Calling agenda item number 9, request number 25-01705, Waikai Wave LLC.
Afternoon, Commissioners.
Hello.
I'm Amber Jakru Bixel, the Director of Special Events at Waikai. With me is Michael Lassiter, the Director of Food and Beverage. Oh, did you
Spell your name.
Oh, yes, JACROUX. Bixel, BIXEL. Thank you. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Motion to approve request number 25-01705.
It's been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01705. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 10, request number 25-01719, Wayne Luke on behalf of TJH Kailua Company.
Yes, may the record reflect Wayne Luke is a requester. This is a simple matter. My client has the lease. The landlord has the prior tenant, the lease expired, and landlord supports our requests. And basically the license should be canceled and we should be able to take over the premises.
Good.
You're gonna do a cancel and start anew rather than transfers? Am I misunderstanding?
We're just canceling the license so I can pick up my temporary license.
Okay,
Different category.
okay, all right.
Oh, no, same category. Yeah. Motion to approve request number 25-01719.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-01719. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved.
Thank you.
We already did agenda item.
Yep.
Agenda item number 12, commission performance evaluation of the administrator. We don't need to go into executive session yet. We Mr. Patilas. So we'll just use this time to discuss kind of the items that we have published in the agenda on the form and format of the evaluation, and then necessarily we can go into executive session. All right. And so we had said earlier that we would conduct a mid-year and a discussion in terms of how things are going as we prepare for the end of year to conduct the evaluation, and we kind of separated this out into the administrative piece, the leadership piece, systems review, of which and that's it. So see.
We received no comments back from Administrator Patilos, and we'll make one adjustment to the document under the administrative section to account for his work related to legal matters concerning the Liquor Commission.
Commissioner Young, you didn't get a chance to participate last week when we discussed a bunch of this stuff, so. If you wanted to take a look or comment on any of the items that we're conducting the review on.
No, none.
Let's see.
I don't think we need to take any action.
Yeah, I did want to ask some questions in terms of on the technology initiatives. How are we faring with respect to the license, contracting, I think? And this is going to be difficult. Many of the items are requested of the department through you to get done, but then you have to negotiate through the rest of the citywide bureaucracy. And I just wanted to get a little handle on where we're at with some of these.
Yeah, so I think for us, we've gone through the process of trying to get a contract amendment so that we can work on the items, essentially, specifically amendment number 6 and amendment number 7, I believe that's what they're called. But the good thing is that the funds for the projects are encumbered. We're just waiting for purchasing to review the contract amendments that would allow the extension of time within which the
the implementation can take place. So we recently heard from purchasing that they are reviewing the amendment request, and that they anticipate that sometime in the next couple of weeks, they should be able to provide the contract amendment to the vendor to look at. And hopefully we'll go through the process of signing it, and there aren't too many changes that the vendor would like. But that's part and parcel of the procurement process in the city. I think I was under the impression when I first came on board that, once the funds were encumbered, then we could just move ahead. Obviously, I was wrong, and we've begun to change our process in terms of ensuring that the phases are taken care of, so that they get the phases are done so that we encumber the funds and that we have the sufficient time in the contract to move forward with the implementation of items for that particular phase. We are currently on the 7th phase of an 8th phase process, and I think the extension for this one is until June 2027. So hopefully that's sufficient time to address not only the particular recommendations of the system review, but also the phases that have come that are going through the process now.
Okay, and then on the illegal bars and operators, we had created a permitted interaction group with Commissioner Bach, who left us, so that kind of fell apart on its own. Wanted to maybe reestablish that. We have the implement body worn cameras. How is that?
Yeah, so I think the body worn cameras, I think I've indicated before that we have submitted initial policies and procedures to HGA. The consultation time that has expired. That said, another thing that we're trying to get through with the process is policies and procedures on uniforms. I think uniforms are essential to make the project transparent to licensees, but also to let people know that they are related to that the inspectors the investigators when they go in are members of the Honolulu Commission, have authority to be there. I just don't want people to think that, hey, who are you coming in here with a body camera and making it a little bit more troublesome than it may already be. So we're going through that process now. Hopefully we can get that done. And I think once that's done, then we have several vendors who we contacted initially, who are willing to provide us with cameras so that we can see how they work and see whether or not, and also get an idea of what it would take to administer the program and to provide oversight over it. Because I think that's one of the things that HPD made clear to us, that it will require some manpower to be able to provide oversight of the program, and also the likely requests for all the information that would come with it.
Because our evidentiary burden for these hearings are not nearly as high as HPD in terms of records retention or I think they may not be as high in terms of record retention, but I think we need to be aware of the fact that there's an ordinance that governs record retention for the Honolulu Commission. So that's one of the things I think we would have to look into. It's what can be done. I would personally prefer to not hold on to it for very long, but we'll continue to explore that issue. Not to bias, people didn't like my glasses with the cameras on it. Kidding. Any other comments?
No.
The only one last thing on that systems review and enforcement practice enhancements. How are we doing to ensure scheduling and coverage to ensure population of licensees, right? I know we were at trying to get to that number. How are we doing in that recruitment? Things like that.
Oh, on the first,
On the enforcement side, right? Because we wanted to ensure scheduling and coverage, right? Whether, because at some points, right, we don't have coverage to schedule. We might not be getting days, we might only be getting weekends. So how are we
Yes.
doing on the recruitment side?
Yeah, so I think in terms of recruitment side, we're doing relatively well.
Okay.
We currently have 8 LCI ones in the agency. 2 LCI twos, 1 LCI 3. And as you know, the supervising investigator was recently appointed. So I think what we're doing relatively well. I think it's the hard part is when it comes to scheduling is actually having people of sufficient seniority. So that, you know, we can have, like, for example, we had spoken about 410s and so on. So, and for that to happen, there has to be sufficient number of people who can be, quote unquote, have a supervisory role in terms of the teams that go out. But we've been lucky in that we do have an LCI 3 and a contract, personal service contract individual in the day, and they've been helping with licensees that have been identified as closed when the night shift goes through their inspections. And so whenever that's happened, information is provided to the chief investigator, and that's relayed to the quote unquote warning team, so they can go visit those licensees.
Thank you.
Actually, the commission may go into executive session for the following reason. Pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute, section 92-4 and subsection 92-5A, consider the hire, evaluation, dismissal, or discipline of an officer and employee where considerations of matters affecting privacy may be involved relating to the evaluation of the administrator. I will entertain a motion to go into executive session for this purpose.
So moved.
Okay, we're in executive session. Okay, we're back from executive session where we were discussing some of the criteria for the administrator evaluation, some of the issues and potential personnel issues with body worn cameras. And that will go on to the next agenda item. 13. Administrator weekly report. Mr. Felix.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Sal Patilos, Administrator, Honolulu Liquor Commission. May I just say it seems a little weird to be actually sitting here already and not walking from the back. To be by bit. Just a couple of things that I wanted you to be aware of in terms of the agency. This week we met with DMD Jairam Krishna Jairam, I'm sorry. To discuss our progress on the system review and to as well as discuss other operational issues that we may be facing. I think as you were aware, we made a budget presentation this week. Based on the questions that we received, there's definitely an interest in body worn cameras and also an interest in what we're trying to do to address the backlog. And with that, I'm on the questions.
Okay. All right. And with that, any announcements? Okay, we're adjourned.